Cayman's greatest hits. It's gold. Good morning. I'm Ben Maxwell. It's 9 minutes after 8 on a lovely Friday morning, January 6th here in the Cayman Islands. I see Mark Gaus literally walking outside of the studio right now, and he's about to open our outside door. Hi, Mark. How you doing, man? We're on the air. Come on in. Good to see you, buddy. How are you? Do you need some time? Do you want to get sorted? Do you want to have your coffee?
Who did you say you were speaking to?
Mark.
So, no, I don't need time.
Okay, all right. Why don't you grab a microphone so we can hear you? You don't need time. So you are raring to go. Mark Goss and Remax just joined us, literally just walked in the studio.
There's no place I'd rather be, Ben. It's Friday, it's 2026, and we're here to talk about some real estate. We're jumping right on in.
Yeah, I'm really excited about 2026. It looks like it's going to be a very interesting year when it comes to the real estate market. First of all, did you have a happy new year?
I did have a happy new year. Did you have a great new year?
I had a great new year, man. I was in Los Angeles, did a little vacay, stayed in a lovely place in Toluca Lake, looked at the real estate prices there, and it was kind of on par with here in Cayman. So I think it's going to be a very interesting year for us. And I'm looking forward to picking your brain a little bit because everyone wants to roll the dice on what exactly the real estate market is going to do. What is your take on the real estate market here in Cayman for 2026 from Mr. Mark Gaus? Go ahead.
Well, first off, you're not rolling the dice when you invest in Cayman Islands real estate.
Okay.
We're rock solid. We are an incredible investment. But if you're asking what my prediction is for the Cayman Islands real estate market in 2026, I predict a robust market.
Okay.
I believe we're going to be moving back towards a seller's market, okay? And there's a couple different reasons why. There's 3 really large, special, unique developments that are going to be closing in 2026. The first one is Watermark. This is Fraser Welland's latest masterpiece. This is honestly the most luxurious building, I would say, in the entire Caribbean.
Okay.
There's going to be a Michelin star restaurant there. There's going to be a 20,000 square foot spa there. It's going to be absolutely incredible.
Cool.
We're also going to be closing out on the Grand Hyatt. This is our second 5-star resort in Cayman, just right behind the Ritz-Carlton. And then lastly, 1GT is going to be closing out. And
by the way, not to interrupt, I apologize, but there is an article on 1GT right now on CaymanCompass.com.
It's a really unique, It's a really unique building. It's going to be the first 10-story boutique hotel in Georgetown. And then there's also a number of buildings on Northwest Point Road closing out. Dolphin Point Club, Point Rest, and Serrana. So this will be a big impact in our small market.
Sure.
We've also seen interest rates fall towards the end of last year, and we believe that trend will continue.
Okay.
Especially if the U.S. Federal Reserve Chairman is replaced. So all in all, I believe this is going to be another active year in our market. I also believe there's going to be more new pre-construction developments launched in 26 as opposed to 25. There weren't many released in 25.
Which is a great opportunity for those people who want to get in on the real estate ladder in one way or another, right?
It's so good because you just put it really helps with cash flow.
Sure.
You put down your deposit. The development we know here in Cayman is going to take 2 or 3 years to build.
Of course.
And there's going to be 2 or 3 years of appreciation where you've just put down that one deposit.
Yeah.
And then, when you go to close, you put down your closing costs, and hopefully the property is valued a lot higher.
Yeah, and that's a really, really cool thing. So those are your predictions for 2026, eh?
Those are some of my predictions.
All right, so let's talk about New Year's resolutions, because later on in the show, we're going to talk about a way that we can optimize our New Year's resolutions. And it's a very interesting little life hack that I found online. But before we get to that in the show, some people have made the New Year's resolution of, like I mentioned a moment ago, getting on the property ladder for their first home, or maybe even, like you mentioned, an investment property. What are your recommendations, and what are the first steps that people should really take to get in on this?
Great question. I'm asked this all the time. The first thing you're going to want to do is speak to your bank. I normally recommend speaking to the bank that you have your accounts with, and then talking to one other bank. Let them compete against each other, especially in these times.
Cage match.
Cage match. Sometimes larger employers, like accounting firms or legal firms, will actually have special rates for their employers. So check with your HR department for that. And then, you're going to want to understand how much you qualify for, what your monthly mortgage payments will be, and how much money you'll need to put down.
Right. Interesting.
After you do that, you're going to want to get in touch with a full-time Cereba agent who can guide you in our market, listen to your needs, your desires, and advise you throughout the process. And then lastly, the most fun part, which I think, and that's go look at properties.
Yeah. Especially really cool. And I know that we've got Open House of Palooza happening right now with RE/MAX. So what's up? Yeah, so let me ask you this now. As we get into this kind of situation for the new year, what changes are we seeing in the market from last year here in Cayman?
I do think there's going to be some differences from 2025 to 2026. 2025 had activity. I was actually blessed to have my most active year ever. However, it was more of a balanced market, meaning it wasn't necessarily a buyer's market, wasn't really a seller's market. I believe there's a good amount of pent-up demand from the last year and a half where buyers may have waited.
Sure.
I also believe that buyers are going to be encouraged by these hopefully decreased interest rates. And as mentioned, with these large developments closing and possibly new ones being launched, that's going to create a lot of activity in our market. So I think it's going to be a very a busier year in 26 than it was in 25.
Very cool, man. If people want to get in touch with you and pick your brain some more and kind of invest in you, how do they do that? How do people get in touch with you?
Excellent. So I have a very active social media channel. It's Remarkable Real Estate. Also, my phone number, give me a call, give me a WhatsApp. That is 324-9961, 324-9961. Mark Gaus at RE/MAX, and I would love to answer any questions, help you out in any way.
Fantastic. Mark, thanks so much, buddy. And again, Happy New Year. And I hope you and the family are well and have a great 2026, brother.
Happy New Year, Ben.
Coming up on Gold in about 4 minutes, we've got traffic. Now is Tina Turner on Gold, Cayman's greatest hits.